OTF family, we're here to give you the tea on the Transformation Challenge.
Hey, Coach Kelly here, senior old man head coach of all three studios.
Hi, I'm Abby, and I coach at the Stetson Hills location.
Hi, I'm Coach Olivia, and I'm the Northgate head coach.
And I'm Coach Abby, and I'm the head coach at Academy. We wanted to give you some information about Transformation Challenge as we get started. Transformation Challenge this year runs from January 22nd to March 17th.
And we're gonna kick it off with the 1 mile benchmark on Monday, January 22nd. It is a team challenge, so show up.
And don't forget, you gotta come 3 times a week for 6 out of 8 weeks, and tread and strength do count.
And workout week, Monday through Sunday. It resets every Monday. You do get 2 weeks of a mulligan, but make sure you have your classes pre-booked.
So to sum things up, all those numbers on your in-body scan are important, but in terms of the challenge, we're going to be focusing on percent change in terms of your body fat mass, if you're looking to lose body fat, or looking at your percent change in terms of muscle mass if you're going for the gain muscle category.
Overall, we highly recommend getting a coach consult. You'll be hearing from your coach soon, so make sure you set that up.
Another number to look at is your segmental lean analysis. This is the blue ribbon at the top of your in-body results. When you click on that, it's going to break down each part of your body, limb by limb, and your torso, and show you how much muscle mass in pounds you have in each area. So it's kind of cool to see left side versus right side. If you have weakness on one side, it makes sense if you're stronger in the dominant side. But then there's a percentage under each pounds based on your body, and that compares you to an average male or female your age. So if you have a number above 100%, your upper body may be above the average male or female. If you're a little bit below 100, that tells you where you might need to work. Lift a little bit heavier on the floor to try to get that closer to 100%.
And then the last category that we didn't talk about back on the main page of your in-body scan is at the very bottom, and that's your metabolic rate. Now your metabolic rate is how many calories your body burns at rest. So if you were just laying on the couch all day, not doing anything, the energy that your body needs to survive. We like this number for 2 different reasons. Number 1, the more muscle mass you have, the higher your metabolic rate is gonna be. Number 2 is because we want to make sure that the energy you're getting throughout the day through food is never less than this number. In fact, you almost want it to be more because this number doesn't take into account your work you're doing at home, cleaning your house, walking your dog, and it doesn't even take into account the energy you're putting when you come in to take class and do your workouts for the week. So keep in mind that number as you kind of look ahead and plan out your nutrition while you go through the challenge. In order to be successful in the challenge, we have some general recommendations for you.
Make sure you're prioritizing your weekly classes. If you're in that muscle gain category, you might take 2 classes that are strength 50. And if you are taking your traditional 60-minute classes, you might start on the rower or floor and go heavy.
Another general recommendation that is very important to keep in mind during the challenge is your protein intake. Whether you're focusing on body fat loss or muscle gain, it's super important to keep in mind your protein. Now, our recommendation is 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of your ideal body weight. So try to get protein in with every meal that you're having throughout the challenge.
Another general recommendation is to drink at least half of your body weight in ounces per day. Water is a huge part in every metabolic process in your body, and your body's gonna need it over this 8-week challenge.
In addition to taking class, we recommend getting 7,000 to 10,000 steps per day. Even on your rest days, you can walk your dog, go to the grocery store, or even just take a walk around the block.
Obviously, nutrition's a huge part of this whole challenge, and we're not here to give you specific meal plans. If you do want to meet with a registered dietitian, we do have one that we can recommend for you. But when it comes down to it, I think people know what they should and shouldn't eat. What are some things you guys have to say?
I would say limit your alcohol intake, especially during the challenge.
Is limit none, or what would you say?
I would say it would be tough to cut it out completely because we are social and people have events, but try to limit it.
I would say try to add as much color to your meals as possible.
A great thing you could try during the challenge would be meal prepping, maybe even if it's just one meal for the week, but something that you have ready that you know is good for you, and it's going to avoid maybe you going out to eat at a fast food restaurant because it's something you have there for you, and it might save you some money.
And I also want to add, if you mess up in a meal or two, don't let it ruin your whole week. Tomorrow's a new day. Start over with a mindset, prep and plan for success.
It's recommended you get 6 to 8 hours of sleep every night, and you limit screen time and stress 1 hour before bed.
So over the next 8 weeks, we're looking for you to adapt a growth mindset. First, you might start off by recognizing your why, what's motivating you to do this challenge, and then really use that as fuel as you progress through the 8 weeks. And we understand that things might happen where you lose a little bit of momentum and you need to get back into it. But again, you hold on to that why and use that to keep you going. And you just control the things that you can, and the things that you can't, you just let go of.
If you're in our muscle gain category, some general class prescriptions for you. If you're coming 3 times a week, we want you to try to incorporate at least 2 of those classes as Strength 50 classes. Remember, they have total body, upper body, and lower body Strength 50 classes. So maybe incorporate a few different ones if your schedule allows. Also, when you're taking a regular 60-minute class, it's great to focus on starting on the rower. So that way, when you have the most energy, you're on the weight floor. That being said, you want to make sure that you're lifting heavy. Now, that can mean a lot of different things, but one great way to know is if you're getting to 10 reps easy and you could do 2, 3, 4 more reps, try to challenge yourself. Grab something heavier. Even if you can't get those reps, if you're keeping good form, lift heavy, and it's going to help you get stronger.
Hey guys, if you're in our fat loss category, the prescription for you guys is 2 Orange 60s in 1 strength class. If your schedule allows it, you could hop into our Tread 50, get some extra steps in and some extra movement.
Over the course of the challenge, you'll be receiving communication from corporate every single Sunday. So you want to make sure that you actually have that setting turned on in your app. So you'll go to your app, you'll open up the settings toggle. Underneath communication, you want to make sure that your email preferences are on.
Ladies, I have a question. If I lift heavy, am I going to get bulky?
No.
So Kelly, you're not going to get bulky. 1, because you would have to consume a ton of protein in order to look like Arnold. And 2, we have so much workout variety here that we give you upper body lifts, lower body lifts, and tons of variety. So really, it shouldn't happen here.
But I'll feel strong, right?
You'll feel really strong.
The InBody scan results help you as there's a start and a finish. So you can see where you stand, set some goals, have something tangible. However, there's a lot more going on in your body that you can see those results that might motivate you, but we also want you to think about what's going on and how you're feeling. How are your clothes fitting? Do you have more energy? Are you increasing your speeds on the treadmills, lifting heavier weights? So all of these numbers combined can help you get a good idea of what's going on inside your body.
In order to be successful in the Transformation Challenge, we definitely recommend that you do not cut out anything in your diet, whether that's protein, carbohydrates, or fat. There's room for everything, and we want you to have a balance as you go through the next 8 weeks. If you want more information, you can contact Chase. He's a registered dietitian and works at our Stetson Hill studio.
So it's recommended that you take 3 classes per week for Transformation Challenge. You can change how you look at the workout. You can be very intentional. You could bump it up to 4 days a week, maybe throw in a strength or tread 50 and switch it up. Take a 2G, take a 3G, switch where you start in those classes.
So your weight could absolutely stay the same during Transformation Challenge if you're building muscle and losing body fat. The reason why that's happening is that your composition is changing. So body fat's coming down over here, but muscle is going up, and in the long run, it might even out. But again, that's one of the reasons why we talked about that we don't always focus on body weight is because certain things can impact it.
The most important thing to remember as you go into the challenge is that this challenge is 8 weeks, but we're focusing on making sustainable changes that are going to take us beyond those 8 weeks. So the 8 weeks is just the start. We're ready to look ahead into the entire year as we kick it off on the right foot.
Good luck!